Okay, yeah, courtesy. Okay. Today we're going to do a lot of chi sao, right? If you haven't done chi sao before, you can still train this drill, right? So I'm going to show you the proper way of chi sao, and then I'm going to show you another way that you can get something out of it, right? So basically in chi sao, you can have, you roll your arm, get your elbow in, your foot sao doesn't move, your bong sao just lifting your elbow, dropping your elbow, rotate, right? So you do the chi sao, right? Okay. You can do the other way, right? So if you haven't done chi sao, you just do, so you feel the energy of the other person, right? So your elbows inside, so you can feel the energy of the other person. So the whole purpose of chi sao is to get to the blind side, controlling his elbow, go to the blind side, right? So if you're here, so you move this, and then you go to the blind side, right? So when you're on the blind side, what advantage you have? Because you're controlling his elbow, and you're controlling his balance, and his leverage on the arm is this long. Your leverage is this long. So you have, you are 5-6 times more powerful. 2 fingers, you can move him around. 2 fingers. All right? Okay? You control, so you can't kick because you feel from here, right? So the whole idea doesn't matter you started from here or you started from here, you're still trying to go. So the technique is you move around and you go from underneath, right? From underneath. Why you don't go on top? How are you going to go on top?
Yeah.
You go on top, your arms are two cross, they can pin your arm, right? So you go underneath, you free up this arm, right? Go underneath. So from here, I'm going to turn around, something like that, right? So you roll this little bit over that way, and this elbow is very close to this foot out here, right? All right. So from here, right? So you step out. Okay. All right. So let's try. Okay. Good.
Turn up your camera.
All right, now I'm going to explain to you why you need to control the elbow, go to the blind side. Okay. So if I'm standing here, I'm punching him, right? Say if he's standing here, he's punching me from here. I turn my body, right? Because your arms is not as long as mine when I turn my body, right? But I got more advantage if I can control the blind side. On the elbow, you must learn to use this. Control the elbow, right? Okay. So when you do this drill, you control the elbow, control his balance first, right? As soon as you control, right? Now, what are you doing?
Not in front of the camera. That'll cost you $20. If you step in front of the camera, there will be a fee.
No. It just costs more to edit. Okay. So every morning you do the Sulim top form. Then every morning you do this, right? You do the left side. Left side is in the center. Okay? Left out from above. Okay? Okay? Then you do the hin sao from underneath. Left out from above, hin sao from underneath. Right? Okay. Then you do 2 arms. Left sao, punch over there. All right? Anybody want to ask why you punch over there?
Why?
Good, you asked. Because I was worried about you don't ask. So you from here? Hey, no one there. Why? Because you have to punch out. Can you understand? Do it slowly. I left out, right? Who's there? Nobody's there. All right? Who's there? All right? Okay? So when you practice, you just learn it, right? How long you been doing Wing Chun?
2.5 months.
Okay, 2.5 months. You are lucky. Right? So you look, right? Packs out, all right? So from here, right, packs out. Where do you punch? Where do you punch? On top of the palm. Right? Left out there, packs out, on top of the palm. So without moving your feet first. Without you moving your feet first, left out, punch. Packs out, punch. Then we have a rule. Usually you turn right, you step with the left foot. You turn left, step with the right foot. But if you put your footwork into it, your movement is all over the place. You gotta do it one hand first. Okay? Then 2 hands. Then 2 hands, right? Or here, right? You understand? If you must use the Sulim as the Bible of Wing Chun, right? Everything's in it. You do the Sulim. How many of you do Sulim once a day?
10 times.
How many 2 times a day? How many 3? How many 4? How many 5? How many 6? How many do 10 times a day? Look, there you are. Right? So everything is a Sulim Tao. Sulim Tao teach you use one arm first. You learn to crawl before you walk, before you run. All right? So let's go back to this technique, right? So we move, right? Left sao, back sao. All right? I don't want. What are you doing?
Thank you.
If you do it to me, right? If you do it to me, I'll kick you. You're not controlling my balance. You're not controlling my balance. I just lean back and kick you, right? But can he kick? He can't,
No, I can't.
because he's balanced. I'm controlling his balance. He can use this one, 2 fingers, where you want him to go. Yeah. 2 fingers. All right? Why 2 fingers? Because you've got to use your elbow, right? You must use your elbow, right? So why is the elbow so powerful? Okay. So you punch from there. Nothing. Nothing. You're going to use your body.
Can I?
Yeah. But then you lost balance. Okay? Now, you punch from here. How much more powerful? You try it. So I set the world record at Yale University. 8.3 punches per second. But not just 8.3 punches per second. Every punch is equal to my body weight. How can I do it? Right? You cannot do that. Why? You cannot. Elbow. So because the elbow, every time you put your elbow in, you push out with your elbow, your shoulder, your hip, your knee, your footing, everything is behind it. So every punch equal to your body weight. You don't need to use hip and shoulder. Hip and shoulder is for karate. Karate build muscle in your brains. Wing Chun build brains on your muscles. So you're doing 1, 2, 1, 2 using your hip. Oh. You dance, you use your hip. Okay. So, see, you must control this, right? You must control, right? Even though you're doing it a bit slower, you start it slowly. All right?
Yes.
Any questions?
Not yet.
Huh?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, good. Right? All right, good. Thank you. So what you do is, see, in Wing Chun, the fighting strategy, the principle, is very important because it's a science. It is a science, right? Once you master, doesn't matter what the other person do. It's what you do that make the difference. So first thing is you protect your center. How do you protect it? Put both arms in there. So why do you do that? Why do you do that? Anyone can answer?
Force your opponent to
Yep.
go around.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Good. Right. So they have to go around you. So they travel longer distance. Another thing is, what are your fingers doing? What are your fingers doing?
Distraction.
Yeah, you're pointing to their eyes. They can't rush you, right? I was in LA. I was giving a seminar for this guy. He's a little bit impressed by the MMA and so on. They say, "Oh, how are you going to stop somebody shooting at you?" I said, "The best thing is you put one hand in your pocket and you put your fist." See if he wants to shoot at my fist. Right? All right? So you're here? Okay. So he throws a punch, right? Here, check. Right? He throws a punch and check, right? So what I do is I do a pass out, a lap out. Or I do a bill out.
Straight punch?
Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Here, right? I do a bill out and a chun out, a lap out, right? So that's the technique you do, right? So you got me here. All right, that's what you're trying to do, right? That you're trying to do, right? So build, lap. Okay? So you build, one other thing. You watch their leading elbow. You watch their leading elbow. Why you watch their leading elbow?
It's 2.5 times slower than the fist.
It's further from you. The elbow is further from you, but it move before the fist. It move slower than the fist. Right? For a straight jab, the elbow moving at least 2.5 times slower than the fist. It's further from your eyes. For round one, right? So I show you this. I show you this bill, right? This bills out, right? So it can come in, but it's gonna pass me, right? But before it extend, you do a chun, you step out, right? You step out. So you control the elbow, you fight on the blind side. This is the only system in the world that teach you not just watching the elbow, but watching the elbow, control the elbow, fight on the blind side. There's no other system are teaching people to fight on the blind side. They copying a little bit, and they become, Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach got my
Manny
DVD.
Pacquiao's coach.
Got my DVD, and he's making $10 million a fight from coaching,
Yeah.
training Manny Pacquiao, right? He got little bit of it. I'm talking about how lucky you guys are. You got all of it, all of me. All right. So from here, right? So you can move this way, or you can chin out. All right. So let me see this one. Here, right. So you can actually position this arm when you do the build out. You can position this arm already, right? So you cut down the little leg, all right? So you step over to the blind side, control the elbow, exchange, okay? Good. Now, see, I'm going to show you how to counter this, right? I'm going to show you first. Then, I'm going to explain to you how it works, because it's a science. Remember, it's physics, all right? So I'm going to throw punch. Now,
Can we do the technique?
yeah. Here, right, okay. Right, what did I do? Times up. Every time you rotate your arm, you extend your arm. The principle he was using. I throw a punch, he extends his arm. Right, now, the first one, I don't want the third one. He extends his arm, all right? Okay?
Yes.
He extends his arm, he diffuses my force. All right? Now, so when he comes in, I do a turn, right? I diffuse his force, and then he exposes his elbow, and I check the elbow, go to the blind side. All right? So let's do it slowly. Here, here, here. Right? Here, here, right? So you do chi sao, you train your reflexes. Right? Why? You have two types of reflexes. One, probably three, some people have. There's two types of reflexes. You see and react, visual reflexes. You see and react usually, during, you're driving a car, you see somebody just jump out from the curve and you stop. The other one is contact reflexes. We don't use it very much. We don't, right? Only when we go fishing. I drop a line there, we hold it on, and, and then, right? So, visual reflexes, you can train. It's probably gone to 0.2 of a second. 0.2 of a second, very fast. But contact reflexes, 0.05, 0.04 of a second. 4 times faster than the eye see and react. Because your eye cannot follow. I just feel my punch is being deflected, right? And then I turn, right, when he pins my elbow, that split second, 0.04, 0.05 of a second, right? So that's why you have to do Sulim. you have to do chi sao, right? Doesn't matter how good you talk, unless you put some hard work into it.
Thank you.
You're not born with it.
Like saying amen.
You know, usually people fight against the force. So, and then you get hit already 5 times, right? You fight again. No, I didn't fight again. I diffuse his force, right? And you turn the situation right around, and that is woman's way. You punch, you feel the energy pushing, right, pinning your elbow. You turn, you diffuse, and right, so you punch as soon as you feel this, right? Okay, good. Actually, 2 types of footworks that also works with this, right? So I punch, he come, I jam him up. I still do a turn. As soon as I pass out to the elbow, I free up the inside arm, right? I punch, I step. It's 2 different moves, but you still have to step to the blind side, right? So you are here. You see what I did? Okay, I punch. See that? I jam him up. I actually step right in here. Then I go to the blind side. All right?
Yes, sir.
Now, now the other one that I show you, the one before, was here, already on the blind side. You want to choose, you jam it in, then you go to the blind side, or you go straight to the blind side. Right? Up to you.
Pick and
Right?
choose.
There's 2, right? One is, see, you step in, punch. Okay? Just hang on. Slow down. I'm going to explain. You step in, punch. As soon as you contact here, you turn, right? But don't push down because you actually, right? Your tan sao is like that. If you don't catch this one, doesn't matter because you already control his elbow. So you got these freed up, right? The other one is, right? You go in, you get this strike, then you go to the blind side. How do you get to the blind side? What's the measurement? Huh? Anyone can tell me?
The T?
Blind side. Your center line is parallel, not aligned. Parallel to your shoulder, to the other person's shoulder.
Okay.
Your center line, because everything is here, right? When you start do the Sulim Tao, right? The best book you can get is Chi Power book. I still read that book. I wrote it. Because everything is sometimes, you get a bit old and you forget and so on. Not forget how it works, just forget how to explain, right? So you define your central line, the first move. You define your central line. So everything is on the center line. All the tan sao, all the bong sao, all the folk sao, all the park sao on the center line, all the bill sao on the center line. All right? So if you want to use 2 arms at the same time, what do you have to do? Remember, if you do a bill and punch, right? See, he throws the punch, bill and punch. This is the center line, right? So what you have to do? You have to use the central line for your punch. All right? So when you do a 攤手does not go down like that, right? Because you're pushing the other person down, he's gonna come around and get you, right? So you go from here, punch, 攤, see? Even though his arm may be here, I still do a 攤手, his arm underneath my arm. I still do a 攤手 because I'm gonna hit him anyway, I'm gonna hold it there. All right? Then, right? So you have two steps. One, you step right in the middle there. Right? You step right in the middle there. Then you go to the blind side. The other one, you already on the blind side. Your center is parallel to his shoulder, right? So if you come here today, you say, oh, I'm going to learn at least about 20 moves. You're disappointed. Because you can build on what I showed you, you can build on. Right? You don't need to learn 20 moves. Once you master this, you have 20,000 moves. Right? You don't need, right? More is nothing. You know, you need to understand exactly what you're doing first, and then when you do it, don't think about it. Don't think about it, just do it because you reflexes, right? So you go punch, 攤, right? Or punch, 攤, right? One is stepping, stepping with your, say you punch with the right, you're stepping with your left foot, go to the blind side. One, you're stepping in again. You're stepping in again, jam him up, and then stepping to the left foot. Up to you, okay?
Sifu,
Yeah.
you know, with that one idea, you're giving us an idea that stops 1,000 moves. Versus, how can you draw upon 1,000 techniques? You learn 3 techniques a week. By the end of the year, you have 1,000 techniques. How, in an uncontrolled situation, would you ever be able to draw upon that? So, with the one idea, you stop 1,000 moves.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
talking theoretically.
I don't know about 1,000 moves, but I'm just saying that you analyze. You analyze. How do you apply your build-up in relation to the other person's arm? How? You go underneath up, but you still underneath the other person's arm, right? So he throws a punch, right? Okay? How do you apply a 攤手? 攤手, you start from underneath, you get on top the opponent's arm, right? So, yeah, you do this technique, right? So I get on top of the opponent's arm. That's why you tell those modified guys, wake up one day, because how are you going to do a 攤手? What are we doing? They do a 攤手 down here. What are you doing? All right? 攤手 doesn't work unless you get on top of the opponent's arm. You got to get up. Right? Okay? I mean, it's not because I'm William Cheung or because he's somebody else. You do wrong things, you get punished. All right? Okay.
Very well said.
Then, as soon as you do the 拍手, you free up the other arm. That's why you do 拍手 on the elbow. You can do the 拍手 somewhere else. You 拍手 here. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. But it's not as good. Because you 拍手 here, you're controlling his balance. So you 拍手 to the elbow. Right? You don't 拍手 to his shoulder. Because he's not controlling his arm. Right? So everything has a reason behind it. If you see why we have to walk and talk like you don't. But you have to fight like me if you want to win. tan sao is going up. Pak sao is going across. You can push up, you can push down, right? So from here, tan. If I push down, I actually help this shoulder to free up this shoulder. Then I have to deal with this one. It might work, but but it's better. It's better. You do a pak sao, and when you turn, see, I control his elbow already. He's fully extended. Why can I control his balance? Because my leverage is this long. His leverage is this long. It's just like you want to get a fence up. So you go to the councils, get a permit, can't do it. But your friend say, I got leverage. Come with me. Okay, thank you.
Catchphrases.
Oh, what are you doing?
I was just practicing.
Learning. I'm learning. I know some of you have problems because with my star.
He's doing business in the office.
Oh, okay.
I ain't doing it.
Okay, you come here. What do I ever say? You have problems. Because
Hey, get off me. Let me go. You're trying to get me in trouble. Watch out. Come on, Steve. Come on.
okay. So, okay. I think the problem is the basics. Basics, right? Okay. All right. Now, let's do the basics. Let's forget about this and we come back to this, right? We're going to take the whole day on this one. Okay? And is it good? You be a master of this technique. So, okay. So he grabbed my arm. How am I going to get out of it?
Hang.
Huh?
Hang it.
It's not exactly tan sao, but you can do it with tan sao. You pak sao and track and check, right? So, but you can get out from here, but I'm walk straight into this knife. All right? So you want to bring this arm up. You want to pak sao and check, so you can. Same thing with the technique that you were doing, right? Because he's actually.
Oh, you live behind her?
You're here. You are here. You grab onto it, right? So you turn, you check out. You got to check out. So you straight away. So you're missing out that. Sometimes you don't check out. This still stuck to your elbow. Can you understand? You're in good position, but you got to check out to so that you can hit with that one. So you should practice this. Right? As soon as she grabbed you, right? Check out. Pak sao to the elbow. But with this one, you don't pak sao to the elbow. If it's very strong, you got pak sao to the wrist to check out. All right? It's the same principle. Then once we master this, we move on. All right? Okay. So we just have a question from Sifu Clayton that how to control the fat and sugar, the fatty acid in the bloodstream when you prepare to fight, you get too excited, right? So your body is like this, right? Your body, when you're too excited, right? The adrenaline get up to your heart rate goes up, get up to your brain, you start to go crazy, and so on, right? The best way to control it is short breathe in, long breathe out. breathe out. Not big breathe in. Big breathe in, your heart rate actually go up 3 to 5%. Right? But when you breathe out, your heart rate come down at least 6%. Right? So you can check. So one of the ways is that you see a swimmer that come out before they compete, they tap here, right? So because the front trunk meridian, this is the vital point of the front trunk meridian on the solar plexus, so they tap. Boxer come out, they tap here, so they stop the adrenal acid get to the brain. But you combine short breathe in, long breathe out, short breathe in, long breathe out, right? Do 3 or 4 times. So you bring the heart rate down. When the heart rate comes down, your body stops producing too much acid, too much sugar and fat and sugar in the bloodstream to slow down your circulation. Any questions on that? All right, yeah, right. Because you also waste a lot of energy when you get excited, because you probably notice that you have an argument with the neighbor about the fence. And after 5 minutes, you're exhausted because you get too aroused, right? So to get full control of your faculty, you got to keep calm. You got to keep calm, and also when you calm, your peripheral vision opens up. When you get uptight, your peripheral vision shuts. Sometimes you get tunnel vision. You just see, all you see is here. Right? So that's what. You got any questions on that? All right, John.
No, well, Father, I only put that question up on the fact that unlike myself, I like hurting people, but a lot of people are scared before the fight happens.
Yeah, because well, it's good to have a little bit of like alertness, right? But too much is no good, right? You got they call it stage fright, right? Too much is no good. A little bit is all right. Yeah.
See, how would you control your adrenaline from dumping?
Yeah. So you see, there's a lot of ways that you can do it, right? To relax yourself before everything, right? So I do a meditation that very, very simple meditation. In fact, this meditation that exercise Cheung meridians, 6 on this side, 6 on this side, right? So you can do it like you can do it standing up, right? So like you're holding a ball, holding a ball, right? So the fingers are pointing, holding a ball, tongue touching, right? So you just listen to your breath, right? Listen to your breath. In, out, right? In, out, right? So you try again, tongue touching, right? Align your body, right? So right? So how does it do is because this is negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. So it's the same polarity, they repel. So you stimulate your meridian, right? You don't need to touch. Right? So as soon as you go into the listening to your breath, breathing, short breathe in, long breathe out, and then you find your fingers are getting warm, your palms are getting warm, okay? So you can some people like to wrapping this ball, making it bigger and bigger, right? You can also can do this, like you pumping it, right? Okay, right? So another way is you can use this exercise that you go to the stomach, relax the stomach on your left side, right? And then you go to the liver, right? Yeah. And then when you finish, you like washing your face, right? So 6 times. Yeah. So this will relax you and also open up your eyes and become you prepare for, right? Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Grandmaster, can you break that natural adrenaline reflex? Like say you go
That's what we-
skydiving every day for a month, would your body stop?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Actually, I find that a lot of very experienced soldiers, it just hits you, because you don't do meditation, and it accumulates up. Meditation is to cleanse your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind stores all the things in there, right? So some very experienced fighter or experienced, and they hit they call it they hit the wall or something, and they just cannot turn back. So they become, So this is the regular. So when you do meditation, this is the meditation I show you. It's basically you cleanse your subconscious mind. Yeah. You clean your subconscious mind, right? So sometimes that a lot of time that when you go to sleep, you have dreams, is to cleanse your subconscious mind, right? But the sleeping is not enough. You have to go into the meditations. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. You can get very experienced soldier or fighters, just hit stuff, and then they just like hitting the wall. They cannot respond. They cannot control. All right. Yeah.
When you meditate, what are you actually thinking about? Do you
Nothing. Nothing. That's why it's called meditation. Right?
Do you actually try to tune out everything, or
No,
you
you
naturally-
just listen to your breath, right? That's why I asked you to listen to your breath. You can actually focus on your fingers and listen to your breath, right? That don't think of anything. Don't think of anything, right? Because you want to cleanse your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind works like this. When you're under pressure, when something goes, and the subconscious mind will come out and block it, right? So it gets a lot of bad images and bad memories and things in there. So you sleep, it's gonna cleanse, but sometimes it does not cleanse, right? So you have to do, you have to do meditation. Meditation is when you sleep and when you meditate is the same. You don't think. Once you think, you're awake, right? Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have a break for lunch. So, come.
I'm sorry, Cheung. You said another exercise you can do besides meditation is also you tap the Sulim.
No, yes, that's the pressure point here, right? That's the pressure point. You don't need to tap. You can just press that point for about 2-3 seconds, right? Right? Because the adrenaline, as it goes up to the heart, then when your heart rate goes up to 110 beats per minute, you start to lose finer motor skill, right? finger, eye, arms and leg coordination. Right? When the heart rate go up to 145 beats per minute, you start to losing complex motor skill. Like coordinating and so on. When the heart rate go up to 170 beats per minute, you lost all your finer motor skill, all your complex motor skill. That's why in the street, so you prepare, right? If you entertain somebody at road rage, right? You go up, want to talk to this guy. You don't go up like this because 85% of people are right-handed. He's going to swing you. So what you do is you go up like this. So you control his right arm first. So he's going to swing at you. Well, so you look down. You look down to that arm, right? So you're not challenging him. He's like a wild dog. If you look at his eyes, you challenge him, you're going to have a fight. You look down, so also you know what he's going to do. Right? So, yeah. So, and in the street, in the street they fight. Doesn't matter. They after the fight they say, "Oh, I did 20 years karate," But in the fight, UFC, what they do? Oh, they MMA, they did 10 years Tai Chi and 10 years Jiu-Jitsu and so on. And they come in, they swinging like this. Right? What's wrong with that? Right? They're sitting on the guy, they're still swinging like this. So, but because they lost it. They lost it. They haven't got control. Because their heart rate is gone over 170 beats per minute. They lost all their finer motor skill, complex motor skill. All they have is gross motor skill. Right? What's gross motor skill? Swinging. No coordination, nothing. All right? All right, so prepare. Prepare for the big right one. Yeah?
Does anger work the same way? Because sometimes if you're trying to talk,
Anger, yeah, anger.
It
Yeah.
don't make sense if
It's the same thing. When you get angry, right? Your adrenals hit up the heart, and your heart rate goes. When you during anger, if we put a monitor on, your heart rate would be 180 degrees per minute, right? 80 times per minute, 80 beats. What did I say? 80 degrees? No, beats. I mean beats, right? See, you got me all excited. Right? Yeah, I mean, heart rate goes up 110 beats per minute, 145 beats per minute, 180 beats per minute, 170 beats per minute. Then you lose everything.
So that's not to talk to somebody who's angry because they're probably not.
No, your adrenal acid just shoots up there, right? And some of them, when they're angry, they don't know what they're doing. They don't, because they can't even think. And once the adrenal acid gets to the brains, they don't even think. All right, yeah. And then, So the meditation is very good, and that's very good, closer to your lips. Right? All right, they stop the adrenal acid to get up there. All right? Okay, thanks.
I'd like to take a break until what's the time?
1:15.
Go.
Okay. So, watch the elbow, okay? Fight on the blunts. How they shape up. Very important how they deal with it, right? Because if his elbow is down like that, right? It's very hard for you to go outside because he's going to come straight into you. all right? So what you have to do is, if they do like that, you have to jam this up. How do you jam this up? You know the builds out that I show you, jam this up. Okay? Jam this up. So you control your this arm controlling that arm, right? So, right? So you go straight to the elbow. Yeah, you can see better this way. All right? So from here, there's a major pressure point here, right? So you're on the blind side. You have a lot of openings, right? So from here, bang, right? Bang, right?
Yes.
So, and this arm crosses, you pin him up, right? But the main thing is, you get to the position that you jam this up, he cannot use this arm, right? He can probably push your arm down, but you want it to go down anyway. So you're watching this one, and here, right? Here, right? Okay? So you go to the blind side, jam up. So he's moving around, bang, right? Here, here, okay?
Yes.
Right? So let's try this, spread out, the corridor is free. So true, I will come around, I will move around, right? Watch the elbow, when you're on here, you watch that. Now, hang on, he cheated a little bit now. With this one, you're still jamming it. You're still going, right? All right? It's different. There, you do something different. There, we do something. There. Right? So 4 standard. Then I'm going to show you cross arm. You go in cross arm. All right? Okay, good. So we're going to try the traditional boxing pose, right? Boxing stand. So with this, you still want to jam this up, but you do it like that with the bong sao, or you do it with the park sao because it's like this, right? So once you're in here, you pressure point here. There's 2 pressure points. 30 pounds of force, you knock anyone out. I want to show you. No, it's So you jam up. But you got to make sure he's not like that. Because if you're trying to use the bong sao, he's going to slide on top of you.
Okay.
You'll be in a lot of trouble. You got to make sure this is that. This is that. Right? And you go to the leading arm. The leading arm. You cannot go here because you're already too close for this arm. So, right? So you jam up, right? So psychologically, they resist you because they resist you. Then you can advance. You just take it over across. You can advance and here, right? So why I show you this punch? Because it's like an elbow. It's like an elbow, right? So you throw a round punch from the behind of him. He doesn't know it's a round punch. Behind him, but you can do whatever you want, right? So from here, right? So this still control his balance. So your training is learning how to exchange from here, how to control, put his balance here, little bit balance here. Then you can get the advantage, right? So that is the advantage. There's no advantage punching here, right? And he swing at you, you punching him, Yeah, so, yeah, all right? So you jam up, right? Put your guard up, right? Right, straight away, you're already in the elbow positions, right? So, which way? So this way?
No, left. His left lead.
This way?
His left lead. He needs to be in the left lead.
This one? This one is better?
Yeah, better.
Okay. So you're from here, and right? So you, right, see how you don't step in here. You're in trouble, right? Toe to toe, all right. Toe to toe. You step up, right? Step up. Okay? So try to learn when you move your feet, not your body. Right? Once you move your body, you get flat-footed there. Right? Move your feet. So your center of gravity are always in the middle. Right? So it's right there because your guard is here. You come down. Right? You don't pull him into you. He knock your balance. Right? So here, see, across. Right? Yeah. Okay. All right. What do they do?
Wrong side.
They do that. They do. Okay. Because you cannot, because he already extended his elbow, you cannot jam up the elbow, right? And you can probably do that, but this is getting too close to you. So it's better you do this, right? Kick, right? Right? It's better.
My student,
I need
every
to see
time
it
he
again.
hits me,
We didn't see
I
it.
hit
We
y'all
didn't-
20 times.
Can we see
every
that
time he
again?
hits me.
We can edit that part out right. We can edit that part out right.
Check this, kick, right? And then you're in that position, you know what to do, right? So because the eye see and react is 0.2 of a second, right? Calculate, 0.2. That is 0.11 of a second. How can he do anything unless he's got good reflexes? Well, he's too far away. See this? Too much opening. But you cannot hit here because he's going to hit you right on top, right? So you can't get his elbow because he's going to slide on top of this, right? Okay? So the best thing is do a little kick. You can do down on the knee, right? You're on the blind side, right? We own it, okay? We own the blind side, right? Kick, right? So from here, kick, do a low kick, just distraction, all right? But you just want to get here, that's all, right? Because he's already, he can do that little jab, right? Kick, right? So it's very hard for him to do anything. You just take it across with the parks out, right? And straight away, your front kick, your low kick, it takes you up there. And you catch the elbow, right? Right, catch the elbow. All right? Okay.
Don't lean on that.
Okay. So you get some smart ones.
Sifu.
They do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you.
So you can't get them here because he's going to push you away, hit you in the liver or the rib or something, right? So the best thing is actually just jam up here or hit here, right? Jam up here. See how I put my foot, right, front foot, right? So you're in here, right? So all you have to do is just watch here and make sure, you know, he doesn't duck and swing this one at you, right? So you're here, he swings, you go to the elbow, give him a smack.
You smack him a couple more times?
And he keep going, he keep going, he keeps swinging, boom.
There you go.
Again, right? Because the distance for that to come to me, right, you measure, right? The distance for me to stop here, right? And my arm is longer than this arm, I hope, right? So, boom, right? Okay? So because this arm is already close to, so usually they can't do anything except swinging that one, right? It's very hard, once they close, very hard for you to bring it out, right? You have to grab it to bring it out. So you already, right? So he was doing that, right? Right. So you slide, you glide, right? You glide into here, right? Blind side, blind side, blind side. There's no system like that in the world. You can actually stand up on the top of the mountain. You tell them, this is out of this world. Yeah, there's no system with fight on the blind side because without controlling the elbow, so that's why you have to practice, must control the elbow, right? Otherwise, you know, on the blind side, it's very dangerous. He can kick you, his arm is longer than you, see that? Right? Okay? So you have to know how to exploit the situation. So from here, right? So same thing here, same thing here. Okay? Right? Right? Okay? Right?
Yes, you go.
Yeah. Okay, now very important. How do you see this? Very important, right? So he's like this, right? So you're here, you strike, right? You exchange, you strike, and he swing. Same thing. Don't let go of this elbow, right? Don't let go of this, right? Come, do it again.
One more time.
Don't let go of this elbow. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you're on the right hand on the left elbow. You do that. Left hand on the right elbow, same thing. So once you climb to the back here, you don't need to worry about, right? All you have to worry about is the swinging back fist, swinging elbow, right? But we do that after. So if you parallel arm, right, with left elbow, cross arm, left with right elbow, same thing. You are here, so he swing, boom, right? You get you to climb to here. All right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So try that. All right? Good.
I'm back.
You're back.
Prodigal son.
All right.
It's my turn to get abused. I'm not saying. Let's keep y'all doing this abuse. I got tomorrow.
All right. So he's still doing this, right? You are. Yeah, you're doing that. So you are here. You are here. You are here. He spins around. You don't have to turn, right? If you turn, you pass this elbow, it's going to come on your face, right? So you're here, right? Now, I come back here, see that? I stabilize him. This triangle, 1, 2, 3. These 3 points, right? I come back with my with my foot. Right. Right, see, here, I don't want him to fall.
Thank you.
Because, right? So, but you pin him there, see that? You pin him there. Right? You got all this opening here, right?
Must be talking about
Right. Yeah,
the karate guy, right?
here. Right? So you can let go when it's spin. You can let go. Right? So you from here you come down on the elbow. You see that triangle? Right? You have to control the elbow, otherwise he'll kick it. If I let go, he'll kick it.
Is this one or this one?
Either one doesn't matter. Right? So you must, right? See that? Right? Okay? Right? So this is the golden triangle. I like this. I like this triangle.
Where we going?
Okay. Right? Other side. Yeah, right? Right? So. See, you feel it. You spin around, you feel it from the point of contact. That's what you train. That's what you train your coordinations, reflexes. But you have to feel the other person's energy. Right? So you pin him there.
I feel your energy.
Right? So you can't go anywhere. Right? You can't go anywhere.
No, I can't. Can I not?
All right?
Yes, he goes.
Okay.
You know it all, you
Right? So you go in. Even though you got this one, you still come up. You don't have to turn. Right? Yeah. And also from this point here, you can feel later on we do the kick. He does the kick. He does the kick. You know from the point of contact, he's going to do the kick. Right? So even though you are, say, your parallel arm, you got the right hand on the elbow, and this swings up, you just do that. And then you come back. Right? See? Come straight back. Then you got that triangle there. All right?
Yes, again.
Good. Okay, yeah. There it is.
You print out stuff for people and stuff. What's going on?
Okay. So any questions on the technique, right?
Mel wants to know how come you keep hitting him and you haven't hit people more.
Oh, okay.
Don't listen to him, guys. Don't listen to him. Trust me.
Okay. Now,
I had my share of energy today.
okay, so you're on the blind side, right? That's what you have to look for. You spin around, you know, yeah, well, you can back fist and
You
back
do a kick?
kick,
I can do a kick.
right? So from here, right? And kick, don't worry.
Well, she's scared. I know I'm going to fall.
They don't fall. No,
Oh.
let's start from here.
This way? Okay.
Let's start from here, right? Right? So you jam him up. Just pick up your leg, right? The leg come out perpendicular to the other supporting leg. Perpendicular.
Ooh, you're in space.
90 degrees. 90 degrees. All right? So you nudge, right? Because there are three ways you can deal with this. Right? So from here, right? See that I jam up somewhere here. Somewhere here. All right? Okay. Yeah. But the best is so, right? So I nudge you, and he goes away, right? Just nudge, right? Okay. So, but you still put up your guard in case here. So you still control this,
You want me to bring it up higher? Because I'm a big
oh,
boy.
yeah, higher. Yeah.
You do it.
Higher, good. Right? So here.
idea.
I missed that. I missed that. I missed that.
I gotta see it again, I couldn't get it on the camera. You get it?
It was blurry. It was blurry.
Get my thin side, okay?
Because instead of dealing with that kick, you attack his balance. He's on one leg,
Yeah.
right? He's on one leg. You attack his balance, right? I was going to tell you a story.
Yeah, I'll let you. What are we feeling for? I mean, right now we know that they're about to spin around. What kind of energy or what kind of telltale signs do we look for?
You have to practice.
Right, yeah.
You have not trying to fight the force, right? He spins around. From the point of contact, you would know, well, 50% of the chance you would know, and also your eyes are giving you information. For the kick, let's do it slowly, right? So you wait here for him to pick up that leg. For that leg to travel this circle to hit me on the head, you know how far it is?
6 feet.
No, 12.
12. Oh, double.
12 feet.
Just want to make sure.
Right.
I got 6 foot.
You have a circle with 3 foot. This foot, 3 foot long, right? Half a circle. 12 feet. Right? For me to pick up my knee, how far I had to move?
Foot and a half off the ground.
Yeah, and the notch, right? So the time is on your side. The time is on your side. As long as you know how to maintain your balance, how to cover up, and the notch, right? Right. So you want from here, right? So, yeah. Okay. So you're still on the elbow. Don't let him fall too far away. You're still on the elbow. All right. There's plenty of room at the balcony, at the corridor. All right. Okay. Okay. How to deal with kicks, right? Give you a simple rule. Okay. So doesn't matter. It's round kick, low kick, medium size kick, high kick, whatever. So sometimes you have a front leg forward. I mean, you're on the front stance, right? You land on the front stance, and he comes along, right? No matter what he does, you just kick it, right? Right? Higher, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you protect your center.
That's scary.
Alright? So it shuts down this side. Alright? You shut it down this side.
Excuse me.
So if you're on a neutral stance, same thing. Right? Doesn't matter. You just make sure it does not climb on top of your head. Right? So anything that comes from this side, kick. Just kick. Alright? Is that simple?
That sounds simple, Seagull.
Right? So on a neutral stance, right?
And that's parallel leg.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
doesn't
we
matter.
cross-leg.
It doesn't matter. Because you just measure for my leg to go there about 4 foot. For him to flick it up here or here is about 6, 8, 10 feet. Right? Because it has to go around. Right? Right? Okay? And also, can you pass a chair? Can you pass a chair? Right?
Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Put up on that. You know, I can't even lift my
Yeah.
leg without him put his finger on it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yes,
So
sir.
you come here. Come here. Come here. All right. So you want to attack? I mean, he didn't let me touch his leg, right? You come up. Come up. No. Yeah, move it up and down. Up and down. All right. Okay. All right. So this is. Put it here. So 2 fingers.
Little bit of
Why?
hamstrings.
Because that's the weakest muscle on your body,
Hip flexors.
the hip muscle. All right, so on the side, lift. Yeah, lift. Right.
Well, see,
So you got to get on top. You always attack the leg from above with the arms. Attack the leg from underneath with your kick. Then you shut down everything, right? So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. As soon as you see a shadow, you see, actually we teach you to watch the elbow and the knees, right? So so you just jam him up. Who cares? You are faster than him, because most people, they don't think we're gonna kick with this leg. They think we're gonna kick with this leg, right? Right? They think, no, but because our weight is in the middle, it's so quick, it's just take little bit of movement, I transfer my weight, right? So it's just jack him up, who cares, right? If you do a round one, same thing, bang, right? Doesn't matter. So you don't have to worry about the parallel side or the blind side, we call it. We shut down everything, right? Then we worry about the other side, all right? Okay? So on the if you hurt yourself, on the website you can order the crib, very good. Okay? All right.
Y'all notice the pattern? The stuntman comes in.
Hey,
We were going to give this to you when you buy the tape, but being generous now, right? So to practice, to practice, you gotta practice like that. Kick your finger, okay? Kick your finger. Now,
don't raise it.
yeah, just pick up your knee. So, and then you step outside. Finger, step outside. Right? That's your practice. That's your drill. At the moment, you just make whatever you got. All right. So you kick, go outside. Right? So where's the stuntman? Okay. So from here, right? So you kick, right? It doesn't matter if he's not gonna use force because you come from underneath. You pick up your knee first, right? Okay. But if he kick high, right? That's where the hit is. That's where the hit is. Right? Right? But you want when you use it, right? So that's his. So when you use it, right? That's his thigh, right? Hamstring. That's his groin. All right? Okay. You don't need stuntman, right?
Well, I got a little padding, so.
All right, padding is good. All right. Okay. So from here, anything come from the open side. Anything come from the open side, right? All right? Right? I already been very gentle.
Yeah.
Usually I break that leg. So anything come from here, you catch, and then you yeah, right?
Middle gate?
Yeah. right?
Are you coming from up under, or are you coming?
Yeah,
doing
you
what I-
control that leg first,
Okay.
right?
Who wants to put money on the bruise that I'm gonna show you tomorrow? I can feel it coming already.
Right?
Oh, thank you.
Okay? You gotta control that first, right? Especially the high one is really good, right? Because you got more time. All right? So you go from here,
High or low? Stop.
right? Okay. Right? So you catch it and you pull it in, right?
So you're using your back leg to knee him.
Open side.
Yeah.
Open side. If I'm here, I'm here.
Okay.
But if I'm here, same thing. Right? Okay. Open side. So you just have to train
Close
the
up.
control. Right? Pack your fingers together. Use your palm. That's the toughest part of your body. Is this part. Right? It's this part. So you hooked it. Right. Okay.
I'm not sure understand. Can you show me what it looks like if you hit him with your knee?
What are you saying yes for?
Yes.
No,
brotherhood.
The close side would be this side.
The blind side, we already did that.
Just
Anything
wanted-
that comes
just
from
in case.
this side. Anything come from this side, you just, right?
And with the, you hit with the hardest part and.
No, you
like this,
you
like
don't
this,
hit.
or- I mean,
You
flex.
control it.
Control,
You have to
control.
learn. It takes a little training, right? To learn how to control. So from here, right? How to control, right?
Just so you know.
Yeah. Okay. Good. You can also do it like that, right? You can also do it from under, like a gun, and come back up, right? Right. But this is good enough.
So like a gone pak?
Gun. That's still a gun. The gun cell is just
Just
this.
covering that upper gate too, same time.
All right.
Stay on top of the leg.
Yeah. But stay on top so it does not rise. All right. So from here.
That was good. Don't worry, I won't mess my size up. That'll be the last thing I do.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
Thank you.